After years of pursuit, a path-bridging adventure between our tropical paradise of Guam and the beautiful land of Japan has finally been laid out. With a mutual desire between both places to increase visitor rates and bolster tourism, we take you on a journey to sustain this sought-after route. This is Haneda Direct, a KUAM travel special with me, Destiny Cruz. Our journey begins at the A.B. Wonpat International Airport.
Happy day, everybody. It's Destiny Cruz with KUAM News. Today we're here at the A.B. Wonpat International Airport because it's the start of an exciting adventure with the Guam Visitors Bureau and United Airlines for what they're calling the Haneda Travel Mission, where we get to bring you along our tour of Japan to see all that this beautiful place has to offer and more. So pack your bags, scan your boarding passes, and let's go find your next must-see place in Japan. But for now, let's check in.
And after a seamless check-in at the United Airlines counter, it's through TSA and off to our gate. It's already looking like a packed flight, with local senators, mayors, and airport officials also gearing up to head out on this trip. We're all bound for Narita International Airport, and we'll be taking the Haneda route on our way back home. But before we say adios to Guam, we get a quick word with GBB President Carl Gutierrez on the trip's aim.
This is such an important trip to not only showcase Tokyo, Haneda to the people of Guam, but also from the Northern Marianas. And when we get together in Tokyo, we're going to meet all the people that run Haneda Airport. They run all the various travel agencies. So we're going to do our best to ensure that Haneda to Guam, Flight 848, becomes sustainable.
Why is it important that we here on Guam sustain this route to Haneda?
Well, because, this is just in the next 5 months, we add an additional 25,000 seats. The key here is that people from Guam can see a different flight right in the center of Tokyo, 20 minutes from the airport to Tokyo, a little cheaper, hopefully. And so we want them also to make sure that the flights are full from Guam to Narita, to Haneda, and Haneda to Guam, so that that can be sustained. Took us 30 years to get this route. We got to keep it.
And after a 3-hour-long flight, it's touchdown in Japan. A warm konnichiwa and a big hafa from Narita.
We are here now in Narita in Japan. We are now about to board our bus to go to Akasaka in Minato City. So we'll take you guys along once we get there. But for now, we'll see you later.
We're already off to such a fun start. There's so much beauty to take in on our way to Akasaka in the Minato district in Tokyo, Japan. You can even see the iconic Tokyo Tower from our window. And after a day's worth of travel, we finally make it to our hotel. Then it's a quick celebratory dinner with GVB and leaders from the CNMI. And of course, a stop at 7-Eleven to check out all the good eats before we get some shut-eye.
Okay guys, are you ready for this? Dun 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 dun! 7-Eleven! This is so exciting, and Daniel's behind the camera. I know his heart is racing from excitement. Okay guys, do you see it? It's right there in the beautiful glass doors.
The famous karage spotted.
So I'm gonna go explore 7-Eleven a little bit more and take these back to my hotel room to munch and crunch. But we'll see you guys tomorrow as we take a tour of Azabudai Hills. You don't want to miss it.
Coming up, a trip through the Minato district of Tokyo, a seminar with United Airlines and Japanese travel agencies at Azabudai Hills, and more. This is Haneda Direct, a KUAM travel special. Tokyo, Japan. It's one of the most populated cities in the world, rich in culture, tradition, and at the forefront of innovation. With a new flight path under United Airlines, city folk can now escape to our island paradise And for us islanders, we have a quicker way to access this iconic city. KUAM takes you along to find your next must-see place in Tokyo, Japan, on a travel mission with the Guam Visitors Bureau and United Airlines. I'm Destiny Cruz. This is Haneda Direct, a KUAM travel special. We hit the ground running in Minato City. It's one of Tokyo's special wards. From iconic landmarks to shrines and museums, there's so much to explore here. First must-see place, Zojoji Temple.
Konnichiwa and half a day, it's Destiny Cruz with KUAM News. It's day 2 of our Haneda travel mission with United Airlines and the Guam Visitors Bureau. So we decided to use our free day to explore what this beautiful place has to offer. And we are here today at the Zojoji Temple in the Minato district here in Tokyo, Japan. Now it's said to be one of the most historically significant temples in Tokyo's history. So let's go check it out. Come on. All right. Look how beautiful this place is. It's truly amazing to be able to take in. Wow. I wish all of you guys were here, but that's why we're taking you along with us today. It's also a little bit rainy today, but nonetheless amazing. All right, so we want to give you some facts about this beautiful temple. This temple is closely associated with the Tokugawa shogunate, which ruled Japan from the 17th to the 19th century. Another interesting fact is that the grounds also house a cemetery where prominent members of the Tokugawa clan are buried, including 6 of the shogunates, or shoguns. All right, so another thing that's really amazing about this temple is that you can see the Tokyo Tower right there. I believe, I don't know, you might need to ask Daniel for the accuracy of how far that is, but it's less than like a 2-minute walk, which is so awesome. You get to get a piece of history here and then go and check one of the most iconic structures associated with Japan. So you see the Tokyo Tower on keychains and magnets, and now we're seeing it in person. So I really can't wait. Another thing that was really cool that we learned today is that there's a gate, a massive gate that was built in 1622 here on the temple grounds, and it's one of the few remaining structures from the Edo period in Japan. So it's really amazing to be able to learn and soak up all the culture here, all the significance, and we can't wait to take you guys along. All right, guys, so we're gonna check out the spot for a little bit, but we'll see you next time. We might be up all the way at the tippy top at the Tokyo Tower. Adios!
And not too far from the Zojoji Temple, it's only fitting that we visit the NHK Museum of Broadcasting.
I am reporting underwater in Japan. Just kidding, guys. We are here again at the NHK Broadcasting Museum, and this is just one of the cool features that they have. I'm in front of what looks like a blue screen, and I have sharks around me. I have what I see, a clam. I think a dolphin's coming near me. So this is just so awesome to be able to see how people broadcast from around the world, and it's just amazing. It's really like we're at home on set.
This museum is home to 30,000 broadcasting materials, including studio sets. But before we show you more, we now interrupt this programming for a special weather report.
Half a day, everybody. We're here in Minato City in Tokyo, Japan, and today the weather is looking a little rainy. I don't actually know what's happening right here, but we're just going to be drawing. I am not so skilled in the weather, but as some of you may know, I did get my start as a weather personality. So I'm just going to do a pretend forecast for you guys. So we are here, and it's looking a little rainy, but we're hoping that later on, it'll start to get a little bit more sunny, and that will make us happy, and all the flowers will bloom. All right. So that is what your one-day forecast is looking like at the moment, but we'll be back to check in with you guys in a little.
All right, I may not be a meteorologist, but I sure am curious. Let's keep exploring.
So you can also see on the screen that there's just all of these different things. Like look at right here. This is like our production manager's zone, and also Daniel's zone. Whenever we're doing the broadcast, they're in the control room. So I feel like this is, right? This is adjacent to our control room back at home. And we also see the set for the studio. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Look at this. So I'm gonna pretend like I'm back home giving the news. This originally is the birthplace of Japanese broadcasting, and in 1956, this world's first museum specialized in, of course, broadcasting. So the history actually started in 1925, and since then, broadcasting has greatly progressed from radio to television to satellite broadcasting to HDTV and digital broadcasting, which we know a lot about. The museum houses 25,000 items and 7,000 books related to broadcasting, which are displayed in rotation, which of course we're going to take you guys around to see.
And next, we're off to Azabuda Hills, known as the Modern Urban Village. It's the backdrop to a seminar with United Airlines, GVB, and travel agencies here in Japan, all to promote travel between Japan, Guam, and the Marianas. Ken Kiriyama, Director of Japan and Micronesia Sales at United Airlines, was the keynote speaker at the seminar.
We are so excited on this new route. So two things I like to highlight is one is that the Haneda has the great proximity to the downtown, and that's convenient for everybody in the travelers in the metropolitan the Tokyo. So that's one. And the other is that this flight is in addition to what we already have in Narita, and it's a combination of Haneda and Narita. We have something for everybody, and that gives you all the options that you look for the travel to Guam, and we're so excited.
The night ending off with even more excitement with giveaways for tickets from Japan to Guam.
GVB is going to offer 3 pairs of tickets. But if we don't get 3 pairs of rooms from hotels, you can stay at my house.
いただけます。
And if you're not satisfied with the Guam experience, Guam will buy you tickets to go to the Northern Marianas in Saipan or Rota for free.
そしてですね、グアムでご満足いただけない場合には、グアムからサイパン、そしてロタ島までのチケットまで申請したいと思います。
And also to Tinian. Tinian, you can walk across the water.
そしてですね、決して忘れてはいけないのがテニアンです。テニアンまでね、近いので、本当に渡ってもいけるかもしれないですね。
So now I am going to call the most special supporters of the Guam Visitors Bureau and tourism from Japan to Guam, our senators from the Guam legislature, two in particular with the vice speaker, Tina Munoz Barnes, who drove the first pair of 3 tickets, and then Kendall will come up here to join the second pair. She's very, very supportive of the Guam Visitors Bureau. This one is the LDP, and what are you? The Republican and Democrat. Yeah, there. And then we're going to call the most beautiful village in Guam where you want to visit. And the mayor of that village is Tony Starla, coming here to call us the third pair. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best of them. Just make sure you fly from Haneda to Guam to Haneda.
And don't go anywhere. On day 3 of our travels to Japan, we visit the very place where adventures begin as we tour Haneda Airport and explore central Tokyo. You're watching Haneda Direct, a KUAM travel special. It's day 3 on our trip to Tokyo with the Guam Visitors Bureau and United Airlines. This is Haneda Direct, a KUAM travel special. From shops, restaurants, an observatory of the flight deck, and more, we get a special tour of Haneda International Airport, not too far away from central Tokyo. Then a quick bus ride from Haneda to Asakusa for us.
We are in Asakusa. How are you doing today?
It's really good!
Really good today. All right, we're gonna try traditional Japanese rickshaw. So basically, they're gonna take us on this cart and pull us by their own strength. Tokyo Skytree.
And now to a dinner at Hapuen, where you'll find a beautiful and traditional Japanese garden. We're all here to celebrate the inaugural flight.
We're at Hapuen, and we are commemorating the inaugural flight, of course, between Guam and Haneda. So we have dignitaries from the CNMI, of course, Guam. The Lieutenant Governor just flew in tonight. So everybody is really celebrating this historic flight and why it's so important. So we'll take you guys throughout to the end of this, basically the trip, and get to see this beautiful place.
Guam's Lieutenant Governor joining the festivities after his travels to Okinawa.
This has been in the making for decades. We have been after this very elusive route for many, many years, and finally we have an opportunity to get landing rights in the airport that really is the most convenient for the population of Tokyo. This is the main airport that flights throughout Japan connect to, and it really gives us an awesome opportunity to expand the type of tourists and the kind of tourists that are going to be able to celebrate Guam. And the unique thing about this flight is it allows tourists to leave at night and to wake up in paradise, and I think that's one of the best things that can be done.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of Haneda, were you able to get a tour of it, and what were your thoughts about it?
Well, I haven't done it yet. I just arrived this afternoon. I've been in Okinawa the last couple of days visiting the marine facilities. I had an opportunity to have lunch with about a dozen Guam Marines that are stationed there and taking a look at the kinds of things that are occurring here that I could expect in Guam, so I can make sure that things are going the right way and to be very knowledgeable as the leader of Guam. We have key people here. We have the head of United Airlines in Japan. We have the officials, the chairman of the board of Haneda Airport. We have the head of PHR. So there are a lot of players here, including folks that in charge of HIS, the biggest tour companies here. And so tonight's mission and the purpose of tonight is to give our appreciation and our thanks for this opportunity, but to encourage and let them know that we're very committed to this route. We're very committed to growing tourism, and we're very committed to recovering the Japanese market here in Guam. So I think that's good. Another unique thing is the packaging of Guam and the rest of the Marianas. and having an opportunity to show the Japanese that our region is one of the best regions to visit. It is so convenient, superior to our friends in Hawaii, but certainly very meaningful to the people of Guam.
Island leaders deepening their connections with those key players inside over delicious food and a traditional Chamorro performance from a Japanese dance troupe. Celebrations coming to a close with talks of opening more flights. And our trip comes to an end for now, back at the Haneda airport.
All right, guys, so it's the final day of our Haneda travel mission. We are about to board our flight back to Guam. Well, you know, it was actually a dream that you had in 2022 to get a direct flight from Haneda to Guam. And here we are finishing our trip. So can you tell me a little bit more about an exciting piece of news that you delivered last night? Is it true we're getting more routes to Guam?
Well, I don't know if it's going to transpire, but when the number one person of Haneda Airport, we congratulated him and thanked him for making this one slot available to United Airlines, which they have been going after for decades, as well as Guam has. And so I made a trip September 2022 with the airport and GVB members and met the top 3 people of Haneda. And one of them was Mr. Takashiro, who came last night. And we thanked him for having that quick passage when United applied for it to the transportation departments, right? But they have to sign off also. And last night I was sitting with him, and I thanked him, and he says, "I'm going to give you 3 total." So when he said something like that, I said, "I don't know who you're going to choke out of slots, but give it back to Guam because this is really an important thing." So that kind of relationship we put together with these people means a lot because Guam is foremost in their mind when things start opening up for new slots.
Right. And speaking of those new slots, do you plan to follow up and make sure that we get those 3 routes?
Absolutely. Well, not only follow up, he's coming to Guam on the 25th or the end of this month, and we're going to make sure that we smooth him a little bit more and make him continue to remember the commitment, not commitment, but at least the opportunity for him to say, we'll try to give you 2 more slots.
Right on. All right. Well, we had a great trip. So thank you so much for having us on this Haneda travel mission. We'll be looking out possibly for 3 more routes, right?
And thank you for alerting the people, not only in Guam, but all over with your stories as they came out over the last 3 days. Thank you for that, because that's what exactly your purpose here is, to promote that route, and you're doing a wonderful job. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much. All right. Safe flight. Let's do it.
And after a quick 3 hours in the air, we return home after a jam-packed few days with the Guam Visitors Bureau and United Airlines. Sizuas Maasi for coming along with us. We can't wait to see you next time in Japan. We hope this KUAM special Haneda Direct gave you an idea of the possibilities in store for your visit to Tokyo.
you.